Welcome back to Newsday. The High Court of Bayelsa State, sitting in Yenagoa, has issued an order restraining associates of the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Chief Nyesom Wike, from holding a mega rally at the state pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. The proposed rally is scheduled April 12, 2025 in Yenagoa. Justice I.A. Uzaka granted the motion ex parte filed by the state's Attorney General, Mr. Biriyai Dumbo SAN. Listed as first and second defendants in the suit are the lead convener of the new associates organizers of the rally, Mr. George Turner, and the FCT Minister Wike. The other defendants are the Nigeria Police Force, the Inspector General of Police, and the Commissioner of Police, Bayelsa State Police Command. The matter was adjourned to April 11, 2025 for hearing. And the president of Ijaw National Congress, Professor Benjamin Okaba, was last Wednesday here on Arise News to share his thoughts on a number of issues, including the political situation in Rivers State, the extent and coloration of President Bola Tinubu's involvement in the conflict there, as well as the rallies proposed for April 12th in his native Bayelsa State. Professor Okaba warned that such a meeting of unlike minds will be a recipe for disaster, arguing that such can only continue to fuel division within the Niger Delta region. INC President accused Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike of manipulating events at home to serve his own agenda rather than the interest of the Ijaw people. And for his reaction to Professor Benjamin Okaba's position on those planned rallies, we're joined by Elvis Donkemezuo, a former president of Ijaw Youth Council. It's good to have you with us, Elvis.
Thank you.
All right, so what are your thoughts on this issue? Professor Okaba is saying President Tinubu should have, or rather serve Nigerians and not a cabal. How apt is this statement, and is this significant in view of the quagmire we're seeing with state of emergency and what have you in the Niger Delta and, of course, in River State in particular?
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've been longing to add my opinion to the situation that have unraveled the state of emergency in River State and subsequently what is happening in Bayelsa as regards the new associate that I am part of. I'm one proponent to Honorable Minister Nyesom Wike. He had been my friend and I admire him a lot. You know, one thing that enjoyed me to be close to this man is because of his charismatic leadership. In the way he has disposed himself in terms of getting political points. He was the only person, particularly in the South-South, that was able to, return his state to PDP during the last 2023 elections, and then also subsequently also won the state for the APC. So such a kind of person deserves to be admired. And as enshrined by the laws of the land, Federal Republic of Nigeria, freedom of association is a right of every man. And if anybody whatsoever highly placed decides to say I should not be friends with anybody, it's an infringement on my right. As Fela will categorically say, you want to dash me human right. It's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves at this time with leaders that are meant to be focused on the dividend of democracy. Bayelsa State has suffered so much from environmental degradation from the exploitation of mineral resources. Bayelsa State was the state's oil was first discovered in commercial quantity in 1956. Up to today, there are hinterland of Bayelsa State that do not have access road. And if you compare Bayelsa State to the like mind of Akwa Ibom and some other states, you can drive in Akwa Ibom State for over 2 hours without a pothole, dual carriage lane. And this is a state that was almost created at the same time with Bayelsa State. So some of us are worried that rather than the state government should channel its energy on focusing on delivering the dividends of democracy, other than stopping people from making friends with whoever they choose to make. I could recall that shortly before the November 30th election, the governor himself was seen in a social media video fraternizing and laughing with the Minister of FCT and the Minister for State for Petroleum, at the presidential villa with President Tinubu. So if himself can be friends with Wike when he so pleases him, why does he want to stop some other persons from being friends with who they choose to? Well, it is good that they have taken us to court, and which is the best decision. We will challenge it. And I believe that Judge Chona, who is a legal practitioner himself, knows what to do best, the convener of this association. But for my leader, the president of the INC, to have come out and make certain statements is quite unfortunate, because I don't think the issues today in Rivers State has to do with ethnic coloration. As you can see, you know that Governor Wike was governor of Rivers State for 8 years. And during that time, he was friends with Governor Fubara. And for him to have seen all of the people around him and deemed Fubara fit to succeed him, there must have been some sort of closeness. What I would expect from leaders and stakeholders of the region is to advise Fubara to nicodemously go back to his benefactor, his elder brother, his father, his mentor, the former governor of Rivers State, and say, Your Excellency, whatever have I done to you, forgive me. Let's move Rivers State forward. Because in all of this, the instability in governance and in transition, it's Rivers State people that are suffering from it. And the governor should be wise, because he should understand that those of the people that are benefiting from this political quagmire are because these are political jobbers who have no other source of livelihood other than politics. So they will continue to fan the embers of discord so they can benefit. So, and that is not in the best interest of the governor, as well as those that wish the state well. So I believe, and I've categorically told those that are my friends, that are in the inner circles of the governor, to please tell the governor to make peace with his predecessor in the interest of the state. And it's not too late. Let nobody come and deceive anybody to say this is an Ijaw issue. It's clearly political. And it's only a political solution that can solve this problem. And again, I've also warned that those who are saying that, oh, President Tinubu should come and intervene. President Tinubu was not there when Wike selected Fubara. So this is a family issue. If I could recall, when Wike...
But unfortunately, it's a family issue, but, you know, it's painting, it's gone beyond the region now. You know, almost the narratives...
It is not.
Yeah, no, it's gone beyond... What I'm trying to say is that almost every week, it's always one issue about River State in the tabloids when you read. But yes, so to a large extent, you know, people would feel uncomfortable news emanating. There are other developmental issues that could have been, you know, much highlighted.
Thank you.
But we are focusing on this quagmire, as you said. So that shouldn't be the case here.
It is the approach of the governor. The governor is the CNC. It is the approach. Look, some of those persons, the speaker, Martin Emehule, the assembly members, we all went to primary school together. Some of them were my friends. I was born in Port Harcourt. Look, these are people we interact every day. If the governor on his own has come down from his high horses and go to see those boys in the night, there is no price that they will want that the governor cannot give to them to make them buy them to his side. You know, and they were all in the same political family when they were in the last election. So why can't they resolve again? Did anybody die? This is an issue where they can all come back for the benefit of the state. And I think the governor...
You don't think it's too late?
It's not.
You don't think that this has already been tried?
No, it's not. Let me tell you why.
Has the governor
Let me
not
tell you why.
tried to
When
reconcile with
Wike wanted to be governor, Chidi Lloyd, a member of River State House of Assembly, under the Amici dispensation, used the mace to hit somebody in the head in the State House of Assembly. It was a live video that was covered in this country. Today, that Chidi Lloyd is a proponent of Wike. Wike has forgiven him, even made him a local government chairman before he left. That's to tell you the magnanimity in Wike's heart.
Okay, so maybe I should
Wike is a grown politician. And I believe that, forget that sometimes he speaks his mind in a manner that offends a lot of people. But I will tell you that with his antecedents, look at Magnus Abbey. Look, most of the people that are moving with Wike today, they were once an opponent to Wike.
So what's it going to take for him to forgive him? I know you're...
That's what I'm saying.
What would it take, in your opinion, for what should Fubara do? That
Fubara should go to his brother Nicodemously in the night. I say, my brother, I'm loyal. What is the problem? They will take their normal banters, exchange their normal banters, and resolve this thing. But you see, let me tell you, Fubara should be wary of the people around him. They are the one advising him. Oh, ignore Wike. Oh, do this, do that. Forget Wike. We will remove these boys from the court. We will remove that. Even at some point, I can tell you from a privileged point of view, that at some point, some of these assembly members have tried to even approach the governor. At the airport, the governor will fend them off. Because those people are encouraging him to say, don't worry, we will remove this person from this, we will remove this person from here. We have access to Supreme Court. We have this, all those sort of things. The governor is believing them and using the state resources to service those people, forgetting that the square root of this matter are the assembly members. So he should go to the assembly members, one by one. But the governor would never do that. Like the minister was saying the other day, should the governor drive to the assembly gate to go and create that kind of drama? Something that the governor would have called or sent machineries to these boys, negotiate with them before coming.
But there were claims that that has been done already.
I can tell you, I don't want to call names. Stakeholders have attempted to meddle in this matter between the governor and some of these boys. They will go to them, they will talk to them, they will agree. They will go back to the governor will not respond. I'm not saying that the governor is not willing to settle, but I'm saying the approach is wrong. The assembly members, the speaker, Oko Jumbo, and Sukari Goodell, these were my boys when we were in IYC. We worked closely together. They were my supporters. So I reach out to them time to time and say, look, I think the best solution is for the governor to reach out to these people. In fact, as I tell you categorically, some of these people, like even the speaker, as I was meant to understand, was even living in rented apartment while he was doing the governor's bidding. All of this while. So what has he benefited in the crossfire of this issue? And mind you, one day Wike definitely and Fubara will settle. Those of us that have come to cast aspersions on this person will not be in the crossfire.
All right, Elvis, if you don't mind me just coming in there, let's talk about the issue of this state of emergency we have in Rivers.
Yes.
And of course, we're still talking about the issue of settling, but do you think on the long term it will address the issue of the alleged insinuations of meddling in Rivers politics or running the state regarding from the Wike perspective? And of course, this issue of the planned rallies itself, is it time to have this kind of a scenario? But let's address this state of emergency. Will it solve to a large extent the issue? Because
yes,
it's a matter of having a buffer. You guys can come together.
Yes.
You can talk within that period of peace.
See, I can tell I can tell you that this state of emergency had saved a lot that would have happened between that time till now. And
although there's opposition towards it from supporters.
Yeah, of course. And you see, these are the opposition that are led to where we are. And I can tell you that if the president didn't step in to take that decision, it would have been a bloodbath in Rivers State. Because probably the governor would have been attempted to be impeached, and you know what would have happened. So people coming to blame the president, they forgot it when they were coming on air to say president should intervene, president should intervene. So president had called both factions, attempted to mediate in certain steps. And if this opinion is available to the president has said everybody go and rest for 6 months. It is a time for them to go and strategize to mediate. Then come to the rally. Look, rallies are done virtually every day in terms of party, in terms of festivals, in terms of different meetings. Rallies are done depending on the title. But for us, like Josh Turner has earlier enumerated here on this station, he said, look, the president has appointed notable Bayansans into very, very significant positions in this country. And particularly the ND of NDDC that have tremendously performed. Today, if you fly through the arena or you fly a drone through the Niger Delta, it looks like Las Vegas. Solar lights everywhere. You know, and that has fended off a little bit of security challenges in our communities. The NDDC is virtually putting and reviving the image of federal government interventionists in the region. So we are so excited that we cannot hold it back. And one of those persons that were instrumental in getting this person's appointment is the Honorable Minister for State for FCT. So what is wrong that those of us that are his friends, that went to the same primary school with him, we want to come and say, our mentor, our alumni, we are happy to have you. I was born in the same local government from Wike, Obiakpo. I can speak Ikure. So I know these things. So why would I not be excited to receive the FCT minister in Bayelsa if he so wishes to come? And again, if somebody says the FCT minister should not come to Bayelsa, have you forgotten that he's also like a governor of FCT? If the FCT minister has also taken the same step, are we going to say that we're in a country of rule of law? I think that what the governor of government of Bayelsa should say or do is to say, look, let your rally be in conformity with the laws of the land.
Fair enough. Right. And we've run out of time. Thank you so much for this enlightening conversation. Former Ijaw Youth Council member Elvis.